Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to this year's campaign kickoff breakfast, Reimagined. I'm Katie Sparks, Great Rivers United Way's Development Director. While you might not have met me yet, believe it or not, I've been with GREW for the past 19 months, and what a crazy 19 months it's been. I was excited to spend the morning with you today, but unfortunately, we needed to pivot this event. Pivoting is something we know all too well. The challenges of 2020 and 2021 have continued to face us again. While we're unable to be in the same room as you this morning and see your smiling faces, we still wanted to send a quick message about this year's campaign. Thank you for joining us virtually and for your dedication to United Way. Each year, during our campaign season, we have the opportunity to work with some amazing people as our chairs. This year, when asked, Joe and Tracy Andreezy not only agreed to be chairs, but they wanted all of their children involved as well. I will quick turn things over to this year's chairs of the campaign crew, Joe and Tracy Andreezy.
Good morning, everyone. As Katie said, we were looking forward to seeing you this morning. Although we are unable to be with you in person, we are grateful to be able to still share some words with you. Tracy, our children, and I are honored to serve as your campaign crew this year. This breakfast has been part of the campaign kickoff for the past 27 years. Each year, thanks to the generosity of our sponsors, the cost is $1. This year, although different, the tradition continues. Thank you to those sponsors and the Cargill Room for preparing our wonderful breakfast. In addition to our breakfast sponsors, we had some great sponsors for this year's campaign sweepstakes. Continuing GREW's tradition yet again this year, for every $52 that someone donates, they will receive an entry into the annual sweepstakes drawing. Each individual is eligible to receive up to 20 entries. There are some pretty cool prizes this year, so good luck to all of you.
This year, WXOW produced an outstanding video for us, one that showcases different members from our community answering some important questions. You might even recognize a face or two. We encourage you to imagine a better Coulee region as you watch this year's video. We know that we have a lot of work to do to raise awareness and funding this year, but we have a great resource in Katie Sparks, Development Director at United Way. Let's learn a little bit more about the impact of United Way by tuning back in for a few words from Katie.
Thanks, Joe and Tracy. We are so grateful to have your support and dedication to GREW this year as our campaign crew. As United Way looks forward to kicking off our campaign this year, we still see the effects of COVID-19 on our community. We ask for you to imagine what we can do together. Serving 26 agencies and 52 nonprofit programs, Great Rivers United Way has continued to support the Coulee region for 72 years. Raising $1.7 million for a campaign and an additional $1.3 million for COVID relief in 2020, Great Rivers United Way is proud to support the Coulee region annually and when things get hard. By positively impacting our youngest community members, stabilizing household economic situations, and supporting a healthy and socially connected community, we work to fund programming that can address more than one rising issue at a time. So many of our community's pressing problems are connected: homelessness, mental health services, a good education, access to food and basic needs, just to name a few. Throughout 2020, United Way services were utilized over 489,000 times. Last year alone, we were able to provide over 5,000 youth in the Coulee region with access to a safe space and safe adult mentorships. Over 9,000 individuals with mental health programs. More than 4,000 individuals with emergency shelter, eviction prevention, and supportive housing services. 53,000 nights of shelter and supportive housing was provided to Coulee region residents. Over 254,000 individuals were provided with food assistance. We were able to distribute 3.8 million pounds of food for our community. 28,000 individuals had access to wellness, fitness, and nutrition programming. Nearly 2,000 individuals with academic literacy and early education supports. And more than 2,000 individuals with budgeting education and financial counseling. We could not have done this without you and your generous support. This year, we aim to raise $2 million with our annual campaign. Imagine it. Imagine what we could do with $2 million. Reaching our goal of $2 million would allow us to provide more, impact more people, and increase the individuals served right here in the Coulee region. Meeting our campaign goal would not only feel good, but we would see the good. $2 million would allow us to provide over 1,300 more youth in our region with access to safe space and safe adult mentorships. We could connect an additional 2,300 people to mental health services. We would impact 5,000 individuals with access to emergency shelter, housing, and prevention services. We could provide an additional 65,000 community members with food assistance. $2 million would help ensure an additional 7,000 individuals were on the right track to a healthier life. We could provide academic and early education supports to 508 more individuals. We would also provide budgeting education and financial counseling to 600 additional people. Imagine a day when homelessness is a concern of the past. Imagine a day when every child graduates high school. Imagine receiving help before you're contemplating suicide. Imagine always having a stocked pantry. Better yet, imagine it for someone else. Together, we can. Together, we can create a better community, a better life. Imagine being a part of it. Imagine what we can do with your one gift.
As a family, we hope to help the United Way make a greater impact in the Coulee region this year, but we need your help. United Way funded programming couldn't do what they do without the generosity of you.
This year, as we kick off the annual campaign, we ask that you join our family in increasing your donation by 14%. If every Great Rivers United Way supporter increased their donation by 14%, we could reach our annual campaign goal of $2 million. Such a small increase for one person, but together we can make such a difference in our community.
Thank you for joining us this year, and we appreciate all of your dedication and support to Great Rivers United Way. Be well.